Right, guys, Rashid here from Leeds Talk. Today I'm doing a podcast. I'm with a special guest who is going to talk about life and he's going to talk about his experiences. He has been married a few times. As we get brothers who get married a few times, and he's going to tell us his journey and some of the things and some of the people that he knows, guys. So tune in and let's hear from Brother Mohammed.
Right.
So, brother, you're going to tell us about marriage and the youngsters
what
and
it is
how they get into it. Tell us your journey first. How did you start?
I was working and I met somebody whilst I was married. First of all, we started off as a little fling, as you would call it. Then what happened is we exchanged numbers.
So you were married first.
Yeah, I was married at this time as well.
Happily married?
I was married. I wasn't happily married, no, because what happened is I got married from abroad.
Right.
Now, the thing was, it was like a typical Asian
So you wasn't
kind of a marriage, because what happened is family dropped it on me saying, you're at that age, it's time to get married. And to be honest with you, I didn't have a say-so in it because I was the eldest son.
So you felt a bit of forced marriage, sort of.
It was more forced and, to be honest with you, kind of emotional blackmail
At the time, yeah.
At the time. So I went back home being a youngster, I've gone and it kind of got dropped on me whilst I'm abroad, you know what I mean? Anyway, I got married, she came over, we've had kids, I was working at the time, and obviously I got to like somebody at work. Anyway, I met this person at work. She was all right. It's like a new car. You explore. I started going out with her, and to be honest with you,
So your first relationship, you didn't have a sustainable relationship, you'd say, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, I've been out with girls before, but this was different because I was married now. You see, and it was wrong of me. I do admit it was wrong for me to deceive somebody, that I was married to. But you know what it is? We're not angels. We're humans. You know what I mean? We do wrong things. Anyway, like I said, I met this person. We started going out, doing like what you do, and what happened then is one thing led to another. Now, because you start lying to your family, your routine changes.
Everything changes, yeah.
So they're asking, where are you? On a night. Then I started making lies. I started lying that I'm at work, and I'm working late hours, and I'm working away. So you're staying away,
But really, you were chilling, yeah.
I was chilling. So you start spending a lot of time with this person, and you get to know each other really well. And you think you can control your emotions, but to be honest with you, they go into overdrive. They start controlling themselves.
To be fair, I'm more interested in your first relationship at the moment. So,
Yeah.
why did you think your first relationship wasn't working out?
To be honest with you, yeah.
Because to be fair, I married back home.
Okay.
And my relationship is brilliant. I always knew I wanted a traditional woman,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
I
So it
understand
depends
what you're
how what you wanted out of it. And if you wasn't traditional at that time, or when you got married and you wasn't ready for the traditional woman, then that's what it was with you, wasn't it?
With me, like I said,
And then you
I was young at
You
the
had
time.
to build it. You had to build the bond.
To be honest with you, at that
But I bet now your bond with her is okay, right?
yeah, it's all right.
Because you're still with the first.
I'm still
wife,
with the
isn't
first
it? Yeah.
wife.
And
I've got a problem with the second one.
yeah.
And he's a big shabam, my brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot happening, man.
So you're saying how you got with the second one, right? So it started with meeting her up. And
yeah,
lying to
meeting
the
up.
family.
We exchange numbers like you do first. It started being phone talks, long phone talks. You'd be in the car, talking for hours, bloody hell, talking about all sorts of crap, EastEnders and all sorts. You didn't have a honeymoon period.
Yeah.
When I look back at it now, I think bloody hell, you know what I mean? To be honest with you. But what we used to talk about, all sorts of stuff. But it was fun. It was nice at the time, and it was really good. Anyway, so we got together. I was with her for quite a long time, not months, but it led to years. obviously, all this time I was thinking I'm in control here. But like I said, you know, your emotions and yourself.
So you start getting attachments for the girl,
attachments, yeah, 100%, man. You start getting attachments, and it's really hard to let go.
So okay, so what happened after then? So then, how did you propose to this girl? Because you got
Obviously,
married.
what
Isn't
happened
it? So
is-
you went in with the good intention, I guess. With
To be honest with
meeting
you, these things don't start off with good intentions.
No.
Bro. It starts off with bad intentions. I'll be honest with you, especially with guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When be honest and be open
Yeah,
about this.
straight
You know
up,
what I mean?
yeah.
Because we're adults. You know what I mean? And I'm sure people that listen to this are gonna be adults as well.
Yeah.
And I bet half of them, or more than half, will understand what we're talking about here.
Yeah, yeah.
So guys, start off with wrong intentions, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've got one motive. I don't really want to start elaborating on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like when you get attached to somebody, it becomes really hard because first you're thinking, yeah, I'm in control of this. Then when you get attached, you're not in control. Do you know what I mean? Likewise for the other person. Now, because time was progressing, and things were getting serious, and then what happened is, it was because she's an Asian. Do you know what I mean? So she said, "Look, my family's on my case. There's people coming to my house and asking for my hand for marriage." Now, obviously, this was
Because by now you built a relationship with her, right?
And now we're getting pissed off. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? What's happening here? But if it's taking a step back, thinking how we started this relationship and the situation that I'm in, that I'm married.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was like
What do
I
I
was
do?
in a very
Yeah.
very sticky, jammy situation. And
Dilemma.
I was in a dilemma. I was snookered. You know what I mean? So anyway, she was getting family coming around. She was telling me so and so's coming around, and you know my family's telling me it's time to get married, tied the knot and stuff. So anyway, I says to her, look, we came. Well, it was a mutual decision. We said we'll get married Islamically, which is the proper way. So we got married.
So you met with her family?
I met with the family, so I did it the right way.
Yeah.
I went to her house with a friend of mine.
How were they with the thoughts of you being married?
To be honest, I didn't disclose that. She didn't want me to disclose that. We talked about this before.
So what did your family say then? Or your
My
wife?
family didn't know about this.
Your first wife didn't
Nobody
know?
knew.
Right.
This is what happened. She said, "Look, let's get married." It's that
Do you,
time
think,
and
do you think
everything.
this happens often?
You know what it is? I can put my money on it. This happens often, but people sometimes do it the wrong way. If anybody's listening, I'd advise you, don't do it the wrong way. Go
Yeah, but
man up,
but
go to
would
the
you-
house, ask the parents, and try that way. That channel. You have to, you have to look at the situation.
Is that what you did? Yeah.
Yeah, I went. Look, the thing is, yeah, I'm a different caste and I've got a different culture. You know what I mean? She's a different caste. She's got a different culture. I don't even speak their language. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to say what I am,
Yeah.
and I don't want to say what she is. But you get my gist, yeah. Anyway, the family weren't too comfortable because I'm totally different. I'm a Muslim. She's a Muslim. Do you know what I mean? And we believe in the same religion. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, they give me respect because of that. Because I did come and do it the right way. I went to the house to ask for her hand. Do you know what I mean? There was fireworks that did go off and all sorts, which was expected. But anyway, they accepted. They didn't know I was married at this time.
Right.
They didn't know I had kids at this time.
How many kids did you have at that time? Just out of interest.
I had 2 kids.
Two kids at that time, yeah.
So, so my family, my first wife, my parents didn't know that this is what's happening. Anyways, we booked a venue and everything. We got married within the month.
Was your family invited?
Nobody was invited, bro. I had a few friends of mine. She had her family round, which must have been like her immediate
Did
family.
that not cause alarms for them?
For who?
For their side?
It did cause alarms, but I said, look,
Did,
my
did,
parents...
did they never ask to meet your parents?
Of course they did. But because I use a culture thing, I said my parents are not happy with the marriage and all this stuff. But it was all nonsense. Do you know what I mean? It was just an excuse.
But she knew though, you were
She
married.
knew because she worked with me
Because-
for quite some time.
So you met her at work then?
I met her at work, yeah. Yes, I met her at work. So she knew everything because I'd been working in that place for a few years, and now the people around me knew what I was about, where I came from, what my family's situation was. So obviously she knew my situation, and to be honest with you, she was all right with it. Yeah. So wherever we was at is basically we got her family. She comes from a big family background, and now they educate people. She went to a grammar school, so her family are quite strict. They come from a well-off background. He's a businessman, dad. He deals in properties. He's got a substantial amount of properties. Anyway, they accepted it. They said, look, I wanted to just get married the Islamic way, which is where you do a nikah, where you get a alim or a
Yeah, I understand.
yeah.
You did it
To
the
come
Islamic way,
yeah. I said, look, we'll just do a
Small one.
yeah. They says no because we've got a big family. It's like, is it girl? Yeah.
Yeah.
It means like it's a matter of
Tradition.
respect, tradition, matter, that kind of stuff. So I said, all right, have a little do. But they ended up calling about nearly 150, 200 people, bro. And obviously my family didn't know about this. So I had a handful of people come, from my side. Because
you had to get close friends.
Close friends, yeah, I got close friends come around. Anyway, it happened. At this time, I bought a house as well for us. So I gave her that commitment that, look, I'm not doing anything half-heartedly. Or I'm not doing anything...
so you bought a house for you to move in?
I bought a house for us to move in. Everything worked out. We got married. We moved into our house. We had our first kid.
Right. When you moved into your house,
Yes.
didn't alarm bells ring at home then? Your first marriage?
Yeah, what happened is I was bouncing stuff about. It got to a point where I was changing my clothes, so my work clothes, I used to have on. I used to change them in the car. You know what I used to do is when I used to go to we'll call her number 2, the second wife,
Yeah.
and we'll call the first wife number 1. So when I go to number 2 after work, so I'd tell number 1 that we were working late hours.
Yeah.
So I'd change my clothes.
But the good thing is number 2, the first and the second, let's call it. So the second, she used to know about it already, so you could tell her stuff that I'm going, yeah?
Yeah.
But she was happy with that, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, she was happy with it then. But then she said, I'm lonely, like, where, like, you're leaving me on a night, and it come to that kind of a stage. But this was all not thought about, and that played a big part against me because she felt as if she was getting neglected. Do you know what I mean? The second one. Now, I was torn apart. I was in the middle, and I was going right and left. To be honest with you, I had nobody else to blame but myself. You know what I mean? And there's people that are thinking of maybe taking this step. I'd advise you not to take this step. Do you know what I mean?
Get married twice or 3 times.
No, you know what it is? I tell you something. Not in this country. It don't work, man.
It doesn't work.
It don't work in this country, man. I think if you come from maybe Saudi Arabia or I don't know wherever.
If you're a big sheikh or something.
A big sheikh, yeah. And you know what? I'll tell you something, my brother. Yeah. We had a kid, bro. You know what I mean? We had a lovely home and everything.
With the first one?
Yeah, and with the second one. With the
second
one.
Oh, with the second one, right.
The first one, got to find out about...
So what happened after the first one? How long was it till the first one and your family found out?
About
I'm
6
assuming you got both your parents, right?
Yes.
So when your parents found out, what did they think?
They found out from outside, obviously my pattern of how I was coming and going. It must have been like 6 months, man.
After 6 months?
Yeah. I kept it was about that long, yeah.
But you kept a pattern, yeah?
I kept a pattern.
Yeah.
And it was a really hard pattern to keep, man.
Yeah.
Because there was you start lying, and you start
and the lying gets more
yourself, and and when you lie the first few times, you know you're lying, and you feel really guilty.
And then you start getting
conscious.
Consistency.
Yeah, and then it starts becoming consistent, and you start thinking nothing of it. And to be honest with you, that will lead you to turmoil. You know what I mean? It will lead you.
The family started seeing inconsistencies as well, right?
Yeah, the family started seeing. They called me out a few times as well, where I was lying. Like I'd go. Obviously, I need to do some shopping for the second one. Sorry, maybe some people will take this as offense, first and second, but this is how I'll
No, it's the truth.
Yeah.
So,
but what it is I'd go to the supermarket. I'd get clocked with the family and neighbours. With her, the second one, and obviously it's a small town that we live in. Do you know what I mean? Even if you're out of town, bro, you're still in England, and even if you're out of England, you know what I mean, you're still getting clocked outside different countries, bro. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. word started getting out, word started getting around, and I got a question on it. I told them I came out clean. That look, I've done this. It was a shock to my family.
First family,
Family in the first one and that. Yeah. So then they came round. They thought, all right, he's done it. You know what I mean? There's no point crying over spilled milk kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
So then they came to agreement.
yeah, they says, okay, you've done it now and everything. They weren't too happy about it, but they came round and says, okay, we'll accept this. So what I'd do is I'd stay. I tried to spread the days out equally. You know what I mean? Staying there and staying on the first one, second one. But when we had our kid, the little one, when we had the little our little baby with the second wife, I had a little baby, and what happened is she went through postnatal depression. You know, and then obviously things started changing.
With the second one?
Yeah, with the second one.
So you had 2 kids with the second one?
The first, one kid, yeah.
1 kid?
Yeah. And I had 2 kids from the first one, yeah.
Right.
And she just went through depression and everything. And she started...
The second one went through depression?
Yeah, and she just started, shouting and screaming, and things went from bad to worse. Anyways, I sent her to her parents' house, and that's where our relationship kind of came to a halt, after about...
How long did you send her to her parents?
I sent her initially, it was meant to be for a small time.
Couple of months?
Yeah, for a few weeks, and then it kind of dragged out a little bit more longer. But still on talking terms.
But would you not say that's like the support she needed because of the kid? Because what happens is some people, right, when they have their child, they're not used to the changes because you're changing, especially with women. They go through the change and then they've got another responsibility on them, so they get another child as a responsibility. They wasn't ready for this responsibility, and especially with your relationship.
Yeah.
It was a pally relationship.
That's right, yeah.
Right. She didn't know what was coming ahead.
100%, you're right.
Right. You should understand this because you've had kids with the first one.
No.
Right?
I understand.
But with your first one, she's a traditional woman.
That's right.
So she knows what to expect, kind of.
Yes.
Right. So traditional woman, there's not much change because she's when you've got people in the West and people in the East, the cultures are different.
That's right.
Traditions are different.
Yeah.
Right. You'll know because you've had a slice of the pie from both, shall we say, right? So
you know what it is.
So you understand.
Yes, you know what it is, man.
The difference.
Yeah, I understand 100%. You're right about what you're saying.
Like this is where I say, like, me myself, I got married back home as well.
Yeah.
But I made sure that my wife developed herself.
Yeah, if you don't mind me asking, what age were you when you were married?
I was 19.
19?
I was 19, bro.
You was a young one, bro.
I was young.
Yeah.
And then we grew together, sort of, do you know what I mean? And then I made sure when she came, she learned English and all of this. So
fantastic,
she
yeah.
picked up. So that way, she had to develop herself. I pushed her to it. Do you know what I mean?
No,
but I can understand though, because this is where the problem lies, I think. Some people, they don't want to develop themselves because the guys, they don't push them.
Yeah.
That's what the problem. But now I think people are understanding how important it is to pick up.
Definitely is important.
But I find it like more liberal to be with a traditional woman. Don't get me wrong, you can get traditional woman even in the West, possibly in a few towns you will, but it's rare,
Yeah.
But there's a big difference in that.
Yeah, you're right about what you're saying, man. For me, to be honest with you, I kind of got forced into marriage because I was the eldest son and stuff.
Yeah.
But
but are you trying to make the first one work now then, or are both of them breaking up, sort of? Because you said one of them's not working properly, isn't it?
Yeah, with the second one, I sent her to her parents' house. I spoke with the dad. Now, the best thing about me going to their house, it kept my doors open to have a relationship with the parents.
With the second one?
With the second one, because if I had just told her to leave her home without consulting her parents, which would have been really wrong of me to do.
Yeah.
And I must,
so you kept the ties good.
So I kept the ties good with the parents, you know what I mean? I did lie. I didn't say to them I was married. But still...
When they found out, how did they react? When they found out you were married?
You see, the thing was, it was too late because...
She took it on the chin, right? Because she knew.
She knew. She took it on the chin.
Yeah.
And she was cool about it, man.
Right.
To start off with, she was all right with it. But then as time progressed, I think she didn't know what she was getting herself into. What sort of like I might not be there some
Absolutely.
days.
Yeah.
I'll be there some days, and try to balance my time out and everything. I don't think she really had a.
What message would you give to the female listeners here?
The message that I give to female listeners, yeah, don't let your emotions, don't get sucked into this love thing. You know what I mean? Think about what you're doing. You know what I mean? And you know what it is.
So if they find a partner who's already married,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah, you know what? To be honest with
what would
you,
you reckon?
if you find out, if a female listener finds out or gets into a relationship with somebody that's married, I'd say don't get involved. Because to be honest with you,
I think most of them probably wouldn't, but there is that small chance of.
yeah, like myself, she
Yeah.
knew about it, but I'm just saying, don't get involved. The thing is, nip it in the bud before you get attached. You know what I mean? Just stay at arms, stay
Arm's
away.
length, yeah.
Just stay away. Don't get involved in that. Do you know what I mean? Hey, there is a situation where you meet somebody and he's lied to you that he's not married. That's totally different. Now again, just be wary. Suss the person out. It's really stressful and it's a burden.
That's what
I'm
you
telling you,
say,
it's
yeah.
not all about leg overs, yeah. I'm telling you, you've got reality really hits home, do you know what I mean? Because you soon have enough of it, bro. You know what I mean? You have a full tank, that the tank empties out, you soon have enough of everything, you know what I mean? It's like having a new car. You get a new car, you check the acceleration or you press all the buttons, but after a while you get sick of it, bro. Do you know what I mean? What I'm saying for the guys, yeah, just, you know what I mean, respect the women, you know what I mean, and just be honest. Try to be honest as possible with the woman. Don't do anything.
So what if some of them feel that they're not working out with their first one?
You know,
What
if
would you
things are not
recommend?
working out with your first one, I'd say, why isn't it working out? I think you
Ask
should
questions, try to figure it out.
try figure it out. Try to make things work. You know, especially if there's kids involved. When there's kids involved, it's really sensitive. You know what I mean? And it's really, you don't know when there's a kid involved, and if it comes to a point where you can ask your kid, it kills you. Do you know what I mean? Literally from inside, man. Do you know what I mean? And then you have to go through this court system, man. It's crazy. First of all, it puts a hole in your pocket. Second of all, it's emotionally crazy. Do you know what I mean?
So you also mentioned you know more people in a similar situation who have married a few times as well.
What it is I know a friend of mine that's really close to me. He started seeing someone. Now she's an ex-divorcee, so she's got kids as well. This friend of mine has got kids as well. He was seeing her for about 8 months. When I'd see him, you see, when I'd ring him, he would never answer my phone. So he was in that honeymoon period with this woman. So I kind of clicked on because I've been through similar kind of thing. So when I did see him, I spoke to him. I sat him down. I said, "What's happening with you, man?" He says, "No, it was in denial." But I brought him round. He always are in denial, and he came out with that. Things are really serious now with the.
Yeah. And you knew it was going to lead to that, right?
I said, yeah, I knew it was going to lead to that. And I told him, I said, listen, I told you, don't go there. He says, no, your situation was different. Your second one, she wasn't married before. This one's been married.
So he's married as well, yeah?
Yeah, he's married.
So let's see if there's a trend here. Is he married here or back home
No, he got married from back home.
as well, yeah? So
Yes.
there seems to be a trend here. Right?
Yeah. So he's married from back home. He's met somebody from here, and things have started getting serious with him. Now, when I did meet him, when he got to know this woman newly, I said to him, look, don't make sure you control yourself, and like if you can click out of it, and stay away from this. He didn't take my advice anyway. About 8 months down the line, I met him. We sat down, and he says, "Listen, this things are really serious now." I give it how serious are things. He said, "Look, she's talking about marriage and all this kind of stuff. She needs some sort of stability, and this kind of stuff." I said, "Look, I told you this was gonna come.
It's going to lead to that.
Yeah, it's gonna lead to that."
So what did he mean by her situation is different and his situation is different? What did he mean by
what
that?
he meant is, look, because she's the next divorcee,
Right.
she's already seen. She's been there. She's seen. So she'd be more down to earth. She'd know what to expect. She, you know, like she'd be more relaxed. You know what I mean? Because she's been married before.
So what he was thinking or imagining was that because she's a divorcee, he could kind of just be with her and not commit.
That's right.
That's
yeah.
what he thought,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And he thought there was going to be no attachments and there was going to be no feelings that were going to develop.
Yes.
But why would he think that though?
I don't know, but it was like
For him, he just wanted like to have fun,
he wanted to have fun.
but
And
she
he-
took it serious.
No.
And that's when he rang you, right?
No, what happened? I tell you what's happened here. He was having fun.
Yeah.
He was having lots of fun. You know what I mean? And he got, obviously with having lots of fun, he got attached to this fun. You know what I mean? It becomes a bit of an addiction, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? It becomes an addiction.
I understand, yeah.
And what she started doing, she started buying him perfumes and started buying him stuff. And he said to me, look, she's bought me this today. And I said, shit, I know what's happening here. You know, she's made me cupcakes, all that kind of carry on. He said, I can't take these cupcakes home. Do you know what I mean? What do I do with them? She gives me food, I can't take it home. She's bringing me perfume, presents, I can't take it home. I have to blend it in and it's kind of getting... I said, listen, at this stage, it's getting really serious now. Once she starts buying perfumes, you know, she needs some commitment, bro. You know where this is leading to.
And she told him that, right?
Yeah. I told him this.
You told him this
I told him
before
this.
she even said it.
Before everything happened, I told him this. And exactly what I was telling him, it was happening, do you know what I mean? Because I'd been through it, do you know what I mean? And it's a pattern. Anyways, he says to me, look, after about 10 months into the relationship with this woman, he said, look, I want to get married to her. I sat him down, I said, look, listen to me, my friend. This is very serious, this. It's not a joke. There's not just your life that's involved in this. There's other lives. You've got your first wife. You've got your kids. And everybody around you are going to get affected. You got to think about them, not about yourself. Because to be honest, that's what I did. I jumped in head first and thought about myself.
What did he do with his first partner or first wife?
He's been married about 2 months now.
Right.
And his first wife doesn't know
Right.
that he's married.
So he did it secretly.
He did it secretly.
So did the second wife's family get involved in this? I'm guessing they didn't.
No.
It was just a
It was just
personal agreement with them, between them.
No, it was just between him and her,
yeah.
and 2 witnesses,
Right.
and they tied a knot.
You must have been one of the witnesses, right?
No comment. Anyway, this was happened.
Right.
This is what's happened. And now, to be honest with you, I've seen him. His head's all over the joint. He's trying to do what I was doing, balancing stuff out, getting changed in the car, saying I've come back from work and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And it catches up with you, man. You start lying. I've told him everything, and he didn't listen to me, and he's fallen into a big trap. I says, yeah, you're gonna be in that honeymoon period for about a year after you got married, but believe me, it's soon gonna catch up with you. Once your first wife finds out that this is what you've done, there's gonna be fireworks going off. You know what I mean? Then your kids are gonna look at you differently because they're gonna be attached to the mother. The kids are gonna be looking at the mother's gonna be crying. She's gonna be upset. It has a toll on the kids.
Emotions are going to fly all over.
And you know what? That is a killer. That is a killer. And you can't come round to thinking that because you're just deluded. You're just stuck with this woman. You're just enjoying yourself with this woman. You're not thinking about anybody around you or what's happening around you. Honest to God. And you're just thinking for yourself. And I've explained this to this guy, and he's still doing it. And I've seen him. I spoke to him today actually. He sounded alright, but
you knew there was
there's things
going through his head.
Going through his head, and
so how would you say this is going to develop into? Do you think it'll last?
I think you know what's going to happen here. I think once his wife finds out the first one, he's going to go through hell, honestly. And then when he sees his kids and what is happening to his kids, he's going to start going through hell. And then he's going to come back and speak to me, and then I'm going to say to him, "I told you so." There's no other advice I can give him after that. You know what I mean?
You said you knew a few others as well that have done the same or similar.
Yeah, there's a few.
I'll tell you a story I know as well. I'll share it with you. I know one lad.
Yeah.
He has been married, I think, 3 times.
Okay.
I don't know how he juggles it.
Bloody hell, man.
I just know of him, you know.
3, yeah.
But when
He's
you
quite
see him,
greedy, isn't he?
he is so stressed out and all this.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
guessing
it's stressful,
it
man.
puts this toll on your head a bit, doesn't
No,
it?
it does. It's not a bit. It's a lot because what it is, Islamically, you've got to treat equal to a certain, so much so where if you was to buy 2 watermelons, you'd have to half both of them and give one half to the other and the other half to the other because one might be sweeter than the other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how nitty gritty it goes down to. I wouldn't advise it to anyone to get married twice.
A bit of a complex subject if you go to there because people are going to have different personalities.
Yeah.
So how do you manage that? Is, you know, because when you might have one wife who's different character,
That's right. Yes.
and then another wife, she's going to be of a different character, and if you've got a third one, she's going to be of a different character.
Yeah.
Right? So it's these characters that probably attracted you in the first place anyway. It's a tricky situation, you know.
The true situation, my honest advice would be to anybody that's listening, is try to avoid getting
So
into the situation.
you said you know some others, and how are they coping then? Similar or? I'm guessing they'll have stress.
Yeah.
So you'd say it brings extra stress, extra headache.
Yeah,
for,
and it
any
has
man.
its toll on financially, mentally.
yeah, you have to support them financially as well. don't you?
It starts putting it. You might cope for a certain amount of time, but it soon starts catching up with you. Do you know what I mean? You're paying 2 bills. You're paying two rations.
families.
2 families. It starts catching up with you, man. Especially if you're the only breadwinner. Do you know what I mean? It has its toll. I wouldn't advise it to anybody.
Because people have to think
Yeah.
financially first.
Financially, yeah.
Secondly, what else would you say?
Financially,
Life, time as well.
time.
How much time are you going to
Time
give?
is a key thing, man.
You know, how much time are you going to juggle about?
100%.
Yeah. What else would you say?
Financially, time.
Energy. How much energy does it drain?
It drains a lot of energy.
You know, and
man.
then the stress that comes with it.
Stress. And to be it's everything around you as well. You know, like everybody starts looking. Once people start finding out this is what you've done, people start looking at you from
So
a
then
different
you
perspective.
you get people judging you as well.
You get people judging you as well.
And then
In your local community, you might go to your local community or wherever you go.
Everyone's looking at you differently.
People are looking at you differently, and it is becoming common. People have second marriages. I've started becoming common, and to be honest with you, only the person that knows that is in it, that is
How much
happening,
burden there
how
is.
much of a burden it is. It's not all laughing jokes and games, man. When the reality hits home,
Relationships are serious business.
it's a serious thing, man.
Relationships
It's a serious-
is a serious thing, you know.
Yeah, it's a serious thing. Man.
So
But I hope, you know what, this talk and that, yeah, people listen to this and take it quite seriously. You know, the second marriages, I won't advise it to anybody, man. You know what I mean? Unless it's the first wife is in on it,
so
the second wife is in on it.
if
and
everybody's
the-
in on it, then you'd suggest it, right? Otherwise,
Yeah,
you
if
won't
everybody's
bother.
in on it,
Because-
there's no lying involved, there's no deceiving involved, then maybe, yeah. Because mine was a different situation.
then maybe.
Then maybe, yeah.
I think in this society it wouldn't work.
I don't think it'd work neither.
I don't think it would work in this society.
We're living in 2018, man, now, you know what I mean?
It'd be very hard for it to work
And it's,
because, like, in Asian countries, it will maybe work because the traditions and cultures there and the customs are different. For example, the houses are bigger. You can have another bungalow across the road and so on, right?
100%, yeah.
And then you can have one woman here, one woman there, and then they actually have a mutual agreement anyway.
They have an understanding.
Believe me, I grew up back home and stuff as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I understand the culture a bit better, and I've seen people who've got 2 wives, 3 wives, and I've seen how they cooperate together. They coexist
Yes.
in line with each other. You know, you've got the older one, the second, the first one, the second one.
yeah.
You know,
They're helping each other out, yeah.
and they're helping each other out. I've seen it. I've witnessed this
Then,
myself.
yeah, yes,
Do you
it
know what I
does,
mean?
100%,
And
you're
they
right.
coexist, and they might have some disagreement in the beginning, but they coexist. Whereas, and the traditions are different there, the customs are different. Here, it's another ball game.
Yeah.
You know, financially,
Different kind of
every
fishing,
way
man.
you it's hard to maintain, like you
Yeah.
said. So again, I would agree with you on that point. Thank you very much for the interview, bro.
No problem. I hope.
I hope it helps some people. So that's the only reason I've interviewed you. You know.
Thank you very much.